जगदम्बा माता की। परमेश्वरी जय दुर्गा, जगदीश्वरी जय अम्बा। जय दुर्गा जय दुर्गा, महामाया जगदम्बा। परमेश्वरी जय दुर्गा, जगदीश्वरी जय अम्बा। जय दुर्गा जय दुर्गा, महामाया जगदम्बा। परमेश्वरी जय दुर्गा, जगदीश्वरी जय अम्बा। हे माता विश्वमोहिनी देवी जगदम्बा। हे माता विश्वमोहिनी देवी जगदम्बा। जय दुर्गा जय दुर्गा, महामाया जगदम्बा। जय दुर्गा जय दुर्गा, महामाया जगदम्बा। परमेश्वरी जय दुर्गा, जगदीश्वरी जय अम्बा। आनंद रूपिणी माता भवानी देवी जगदम्बा। आनंद रूपिणी माता भवानी देवी जगदम्बा। जय दुर्गा जय दुर्गा, महामाया जगदम्बा। जय दुर्गा जय दुर्गा, महामाया जगदम्बा। परमेश्वरी जय दुर्गा, जगदीश्वरी जय अम्बा। परमेश्वरी जय दुर्गा, जगदीश्वरी जय अम्बा। जय दुर्गा जय दुर्गा, महामाया जगदम्बा। जय दुर्गा जय दुर्गा, महामाया जगदम्बा। महामाया जगदम्बा, महामाया जगदम्बा। रामा हो रामा, रामा हो रामा, रामा हो रामा। चैत अयोध्या, चैत अयोध्या, राम जी जन्म मिले हो रामा हो रामा, रामा हो रामा, रामा हो रामा। चैत अयोध्या, चैत अयोध्या, राम जी जन्म मिले हो रामा हो रामा। घर घर बाजला, घर घर बाजला रे बधैया हो रामा, रामा हो रामा। चैत अयोध्या, राम जी जन्म मिले हो रामा हो रामा, रामा हो रामा। रामा हो रामा, सोने की तवकिया, रामा हो रामा, सोने की तवकिया। रामनी हवाबे हो रामा हो रामा, रामनी हवाबे हो रामा हो रामा। सखी सब दलले हो निज बहु रामा, सखी सब दलले हो निज बहु रामा। सब सखी दलले हो निज बहु रामा, रामा हो रामा। चैत अयोध्या, राम जी जन्म मिले हो रामा हो रामा, रामा हो रामा। रामा हो रामा को सखी दलली हो, रामा हो रामा को सखी दलली हो। अंगूठी मुद दिया हो रामा हो रामा, अंगूठी मुद दिया हो रामा हो रामा। कोई सखी दलली हो रतन पदारत, कोई सखी दलली हो रतन पदारत, कोई सखी दलली हो रतन पदारत। रामा हो रामा, चैत अयोध्या, राम जी जन्म मिले हो रामा हो रामा, रामा हो रामा। रामा हो रामा कहके जे दलली, रामा हो रामा कहके जे दलली। अंगूठी मुद दिया हो रामा हो रामा, अंगूठी मुद दिया हो रामा हो रामा। कौशल्या जी दलली हो रतन पदारत, कौशल्या जी दलली हो रतन पदारत, कौशल्या जी दलली हो रतन पदारत। रामा हो रामा, चैत अयोध्या, राम जी जन्म मिले हो रामा हो रामा। घर घर बाजला, घर घर बाजला रे बधैया हो रामा, रामा हो रामा। चैत अयोध्या, राम जी जन्म मिले हो रामा हो रामा, रामा हो रामा।
बोले श्री राजा रामचंद्र की जय। Devotees, Hinduism teaches the concept of manifestation. It is our belief that God manifests himself from time to time. And basically, three conditions have to exist for that Lord to manifest. As in the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan said, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bharata abhyuthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srajamiham paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma sansthapanarthaya shambhavami yuge yuge. Whenever unrighteousness is in the ascendant, righteousness is on the decline, and my devotees call upon me, the Lord is saying. They depend upon me, they call upon me for my timely intervention. I manifest. So these are the three conditions. When righteousness declines, dharma, dutifulness. When unrighteousness increases, then the devotees of the Lord, the holy ones, it is said Mother Earth, the cows, they're all in distress. And they appeal to that Lord for his timely intervention. And out of mercy, out of his compassion, mercy, the Lord manifests from time to time. Devotees, Hinduism says Yatha Pindi Tatha Brahmandi. As in the microcosm, so in the macrocosm. Bhagavad Mahapuran has told us the Lord has manifested 24 times. Some say 23 times. But there's a chronological order of manifestation. But basically, the conditions are the same for his manifestation. This is in the macrocosm. I always like to refer to all these incidents metaphysically. In the microcosm, the individual. So that all the demonic forces that existed really exist within the human body. Anger, hate, lust, greed, jealousy, etc. A lot of negativities. And this body of ours, we suffer the consequences tremendously. And in the macrocosmic sense, when people appeal to our Lord to manifest, he comes, he destroys all the evil forces. And when we have such occasions like Ram Navami, Navratra, Janamashmi, these are special occasions given to us to help us to tune in ourselves and to appeal to that Lord in a personal way for his manifestation in us. In us. Now I want to just put one small something to you. There are different types of manifestations. There is Gun Avatar, there is Vihu Avatar, Leela Avatar, Ans Avatar, Kala Avatar. Each individual is a manifestation of the divine. Aham Brahmasmi. The Vedas have told us that. Though many of us don't seem to understand or accept that. We are all part manifestation of that divine. Ishwar Ans, Jeev Avinashi. The soul is part and parcel of that super soul. So what I want to put to you is that when we celebrate Ram Navami, Janam Ashmi, these special occasions, Narsingh Jayanti, Matsya, whatever the Jayanti is, where the Lord manifests, we should reflect that that manifestation is taking place inside, in the sense that we need to remove certain negativities so that that Ans Avatar, that Atma can realize its true nature, that it's one with Paramatma, Aham Brahmasmi. And this cuts across all boundaries. Each individual. And the more we keep up these practices, these sacrifices, remove the negativities, asking the Lord to manifest. In the microcosm, he manifests in the form of positive qualities. So we destroy all negativities and we identify with our true nature. Aham Brahmasmi. These special occasions have a relevance, an application to each individual's life. So when we ask the Lord to manifest in our case, in our context, it really means that, Lord, I know you are the indweller. You are the indweller. But, these negativities block you off. Therefore, I need to remove them. I fast, I make various sacrifices so that I can remove all these negativities and identify with that true nature at Brahm in the form of Atma. If you can follow what I am saying, apply it, then you will realize how important Ram Navami is. How important Janamashmi is. All these various avatar, Jayantis that come by. We celebrate, we worship ritualistically, but there is an inner application. So again, I'm saying to you, as I've been telling you before, we carry out all the rituals and so on. But if I can't apply it, internalize it, then the journey becomes so much more tedious, difficult. We have readily made circumstances, opportunities to tap into our divinity. So devotees, it's wonderful to celebrate. It's better to try to internalize and see how this wonderful celebration can impact upon my life, upon your life, in a spiritual sense, in a microcosmic sense, in the sense that metaphysical. I am tapping into that inner divinity. I want to manifest in me, meaning I want to feel His presence in me. It is said many, many years ago, thousands of years ago, the earth was burdened and demonic forces causing problems on all sides. Dharma declined. Unrighteousness increased. The devotees called out for the manifestation of the Lord. They couldn't help their situation. And devotees, if you look at life right now, we are getting there. Perhaps Bhagavan may not come in the macrocosmic sense, but microcosmic, individually, we can feel His presence. And His presence in life will help us to face up to whatever challenges we are confronted by and overcome them successfully. The Devatas prayed way back in the past, showing to us an example. Appeal to that Lord. Yes, unrighteousness is increasing, righteousness is declining, but I have to appeal. Lord, I need you. I praise our Lord and I surrender to Him. Please come, O Lord, I need you. The Devatas pray then, we should pray. And in Sri Ramcharitamanas of Goswami Tulsidas, some beautiful chandas where the Devatas prayed, appealing to that Supreme Lord for His timely intervention. Jaya Jaya Suranayaka Jana Sukhadayak Pranata Pala Bhagavanta Godvija Hitakari Jai Asurari Sindhu Sutta Piyakanta Palana Suradharani Adbhuta Karani Marmana Jane Koi Jo Sahaj Kripala Dina Dayala Karahu Anugraha Soye Jai Jai Vinashi Sabdhatabasi Vyapak Paramananda Avikat Gotita Charita Punita Maya Rahita Mukunda Jehi Ragi Viragi Hati Anuragi Vigata Moha Muni Brinda Nishiva Saradhya Vahi Hari Gunaga Vahi Jayati Sachidananda Yehi Srishti Upaye Tribhida Bhanaye Sangha Sahayana Duja So Karahu Akhari Chinta Amari Janiya Bhakti Na Puja Jo Bhava Bhai Bhanjana Jana Manaranjan Bhanjana Vipati Varutha मन क्रम बचबानी छारी सयानी शरण सकल सुरयूथा शारद सुति शेषा ऋषिय यशेषा जकह को न जाना ये दीन पियारे वेद पुकारे प्रभु सुश्री भगवाना भव पारिधि मंदर सब विधि सुंदर गुण मंदिर सुख पूरा मुनि सिद्ध सकल सुर परम भयातु नमत नाथ पद कंधा. Devotees, the devotees prayed sincerely, and they said sincere prayer. When the conditions are right, the Lord manifests. He gave His word that He will manifest Himself in the form of Sri Ram. And so, it is said in the 9th day, in the month of Chait, moonlight time, which according to calculations this year happens to be today, the Lord manifested Himself in a human form. Very beautiful form. Excellent form. I will not describe His form, but we look at who is Ram really. Many people ask, who is Sri Ram? This was the main question Bharadwaj Muni asked of Yagyavalkya. Who Sri Ram was caused a problem for Sati, who impersonated Sita and got rejected by Bhagwan Shankar because she had doubts who was Sri Ram. Devotees, who is Sri Ram? As Bharadwaj Muni put it, is Sri Ram the prince of Ayodhya, the son of Dashrath, and the whole story? Who is Sri Ram? Who is Sri Ram? Devotees, why we worship Sri Ram and celebrate this auspicious occasion? We shall listen just one chaupai and one duha I am taking from Ayodhya Kand. Who is Sri Ram? Lakshmanji speaking to the Nishad. He made the point that life is nothing but an empty dream unless one realizes that's supreme. Now that's Sri Ram, he is that supreme objective to be achieved. What is that supreme objective? Sakha Param Paramarat Ehu. There is only one. Manakram Bachan Ram Padanehu. In mind, word and deed, to be devoted to the feet of Sri Ram, to have affection for the Lord. Not dikhawat prem, a show, a genuine. Genuine. And why? Why should we have this affection for the feet of the Lord? Lakshman is saying, O Nishad, listen. राम ब्रह्म परमार्थ रूप अविगत अलख यन्नदि अनूप सकल विकार रमा सकल विकार रहित गत भेदा कहीं नित नेति निरूप ही वेदा जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय Shri Rama, Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Rama. Bhakta Bhumi Bhusura Surabhi, Surahita Lagi Kripa. करत चरित धरि मनुजतना सुनत मिटहि जग जल सिया पति रामचंद्र की जय शरण. Who is Sri Ram devotees? Ram, Brahma. Hinduism says there is God the known, God the unknown, and God who is beyond the unknown. Brahm is described to be an indefinable. No beginning, no middle, no end. He is indefinable. So Ram is that who is beyond the unknown, all-pervasive Brahm. Sri Ram is not just a prince. He is Supreme Purush, manifest. He is a form of Param-Arth. Man thinks in images. We are conditioned to a world of name, form, space-time causation. We are conditioned to forms. We can't conceptualize that which is formless. And therefore the ultimate objective is personified in the form of Sri Ram. Paramarat Rupa. So he is the ultimate objective to be achieved, Sri Ram. Not just a prince. That Sri Ram Avigat, he is unknown. Alak, imperceptible. Anadi. Adi nahi, madhya nahi, ant nahi. No beginning, no middle, no end. And again, the human mind cannot conceptualize that infiniteness. But he is that supreme, one without a second. Anupam, incomparable. There is nothing to compare with God, with that Sri Ram. He is incomparable. He is without diversity. Without. That Lord is so indescribable, difficult to express who He is, what He is. And I say He, because this is a manner of speaking. The Vedas have just expressed neti, neti, na, iti. Not this, not that. Not this, not that. In negative terms, meaning you can't define Sri Ram. You can't define Brahm. Sri Ram is Brahm. So one thing we have to impact upon our minds, Sri Ram is the Supreme Purush in human form. But if He is the all-powerful Lord, why then does He assume form? Why does He assume a form? Bhakta Bhumi Bhusur Surabhi. Surahit Lagi Kripal. That compassionate Master, most merciful, He manifests Himself for the sake of His devotees. For the sake of Mother Earth, for the sake of the Devatas, the Brahmins, for the sake of the cows. And He carries on all different types of leelas that are documented. And devotees, what is the benefit of this? All these leelas. Sunata mitahi jagajal. By listening to the kathas of Sri Ram, one is able to free oneself from all entanglements that exist. We are all entangled in various forms. We try various ways to escape. But devotees, what we are being told here, just by listening to these kathas, one is freed from entanglement, all bondage. So the Lord creates these leelas, and they are documented so that they can help us. It's an aid to all of us on this path of Paramarth, to seek that supreme abode. We cut asunder all bonds of attachment, all entanglements. We free ourselves, and then we identify totally with Him. This is the power of Ramayana Katha. People treat it lightly. It's a story. It's this, it's that. We listen to it sometimes when we sit to listen, mind here, sometimes mind not here. We stray in various ways, not realizing that this great gem that we have, we do not make use of it. We have all kinds of problems in life, devotees. Just by listening to Katha, one can be freed from the problems, from the entanglements. but listen with the right attitude. But when we listen, we must understand that there are two ways the Lord manifests, or two aspects that He practices. There is called Tatas Lakshan and Swarup Lakshan. Tatas Lakshan, the Lord manifests as a man, He acts as a man. Tatas Lakshan. And Swarup Lakshan, when He manifests as a man, there are times He acts according to His true disposition, divinity. And one has to be able to differentiate between Tatas Lakshan and Swarup Lakshan. Unfortunately, there are many who cannot see nor understand and differentiate between these two. And they say, how could Sri Ram be God when he was crying for his wife? Not understanding. He was crying for his brother. God cries. They fail to understand that this is Tatastha Lakshan. He acts as a man would act under such circumstances. But then He shows us how to rise beyond whatever challenges come our way. So devotees, on this auspicious year, remember, Sri Ram is Brahm, the Supreme Lord. And again I impact upon the mind, I need God. God doesn't need me. I want you to understand that. When we make all these sacrifices, we stand to benefit. So that it is in our interest to carry out all these right actions. And as I mentioned, a bit of inner meaning. Try to internalize Ram hai Atma, Atma hai Ram. Boli Sri Raja Ramachandra ki. I hope you understood that last statement I made. Ram hai Atma,